Hello, book lovers. If you thought the Harley Merlin series could not raise the stakes any higher, Harley Merlin and the First Ritual proves that assumption very wrong. This is the book where we finally learn what Aunt Katherine is really after. And honestly, it is a lot. Her plan to become a child of chaos is completely unhinged. But at the same time, I could not help admiring her sheer determination. She is absolutely off her rocker, yet it makes you curious about what pushed her down this path in the first place, which adds an extra layer of intrigue to her role as the villain. At its core, this story follows Harley and her crew as they try to stop the First Ritual. The problem is, they do not even fully understand what the ritual involves or how to shut it down. While all of that chaos is unfolding, there is romance simmering in the background. And Astrid is dealing with some heavy personal losses that genuinely hit hard. Quick question for you, because I am curious as a reader. Do you enjoy urban fantasy stories more when they switch between multiple points of view, or do you prefer to stay locked into just one character's perspective? Let me know in the comments. One of the strongest parts of this book for me is the dual perspective. We get chapters from both Harley and Astrid, and I have to say, Astrid completely stole the show. Her point of view feels fresh and creative. Seeing the magical world through the eyes of a human living among magicals gives the story a perspective that really stands out. You feel her fear, her strength, and her sense of loss. And even though she loses a lot in this book, I respected her so much by the end. Harley, on the other hand, is still very much Harley. She is growing stronger and stepping into her power, but she remains impulsive, rash, and stubborn. Sometimes she charges ahead without thinking things through, and while that can be frustrating, it also feels true to her character and where she is in her journey. The book itself is action-packed and consistently interesting. The world building continues to expand in a really satisfying way, and the overall story flows well and keeps you engaged. That said, there are moments where the pacing stalls a bit, especially when you are trying to follow Harley's thought process or understand her decisions in the moment. It does not ruin the experience, but it may slow things down for some readers. The ending, though, was a big wow for me. I genuinely did not expect things to unfold the way they did, and it absolutely sets you up to dive straight into the next book. I rated Harley Merlin and the First Ritual 4 out of 5 stars. This is a great pick for readers who love urban fantasy with strong side characters, evolving world building, and a mix of action, magic, and emotional stakes. If you enjoy seeing different perspectives and watching a series steadily build towards something bigger, this one is definitely for you. As someone who really values character-driven stories, this book reminded me why I keep coming back to this series. Characters like Astrid are what make the world feel alive and worth investing in, even when the plot slows down a bit. So before you go, let me ask you again. When it comes to urban fantasy, do you prefer stories that focus on flawed, impulsive main characters? Or do you gravitate more toward grounded, relatable perspectives like Astrid's? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments.